Yeah, well, it doesn't start straight away from when you started, does it? Oh, okay. Well, that's on the team sheet so far.
5:13:43. Yeah. 5:9:39.
Okay, cool.
You're Graham? I'm David.
Yes, yeah,
I'm David, not Gary. You're Graham? Nice to meet you, David. My pleasure, Graham. Good to talk to you this morning. Thank you. So is that going to be the time slot that we're on every week later?
Is that all right?
It is, it's fine.
Right,
Oh, you ready to go?
yeah, I'll
Just give us the wave.
Yeah.
One of our big problems is the netball.
No,
Central Coast Heart, we want to try to push them, and 10:30 is really the only time they can talk to us.
Whatever.
And we've got rugby league from 10:10 to 10:30. So.
Are you happy the way the slot's going so far?
Oh, yeah,
You sure?
as long as you are.
Oh, maybe I'm fine. You're the one that's broadcasting me. It's up to the follow the product that I'm providing. So as long as you're happy with the way it's going.
Be a part of the Black Diamond AFL, where the players jump higher, kick
through the
longer,
centre, he'll go for goal. Jake Rudge, have a look at that.
and where the women run faster and faster.
She has 2 bounces. She has 3 bounces. Comes in.
We are Cardiff.
We are Gosford.
We are Killarney Vale.
We are Lake Macquarie.
We are Maitland.
We are Muswellbrook.
We are Nelson Bay.
We are Newcastle City.
We are Newcastle.
We are Singleton.
We are Terrigal Avoca.
We are the entrance Baddow Bay.
We are Warners Bay.
We are Wyong Lakes.
We are the umpires.
We are the Black Diamond AFL.
Join a Black Diamond AFL club today.
Gentlemen, welcome to a sun-drenched Hilton Moore Oval in East Gosford for this cracking fixture between Terrigal Avoca and Newcastle City in the Hunter Haval Black Diamond Cup. With me in commentary as always, Lucas Holmes. Lucas, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dave. It's grand final rematch is shaping up to be a belter.
Can't wait myself. Just really interested to see where both sides are at. A lot of changes, particularly for Newcastle City from what we're used to.
Yes.
And Terrigal Avoca, a couple of major changes, but that should be a very good game on what is a dry deck, which is a miracle considering some of the changes we've had, Lucas, in the entire league with wet weather today. Lucas, what are you looking at for today? What do you think will be the major points of today that we'll be talking about at the end of the game?
Well, I just think with Cardiff just coming up over Newcastle City last week, it'll be very interesting to see how Newcastle City bounce back. I think, Dave, they had a few outs with such of their prime movers, such as Aaron Seen and Jackson Crawford are out. But I think Newcastle City have the depth in there to challenge and probably, from my point of view, win today's game.
Yeah, look, I might actually quite disagree. I think that Newcastle City got a lot of players out. No Baker for me is a 2 or 3 goal difference. I think Terrigal Avoca might just get up today, so it'll be interesting to see. James Newburn, please see that we've actually had a slight disagreement. Lucas, could you give us a sponsor read of our major sponsors, please, just before we get going? We're not very far away from first bounce here at Hilton Moore Oval, so Lucas will read through our major sponsors. Louis?
I shall. Major sponsor being Hunter Haval, Belmont 16-footer Sailing Club, GE Industrial Solutions, Pullman Magenta Shores Resort, ISC, Prime 7, Star 104.5 FM, Bar TV Sports, the entertainment grounds on the Central Coast, Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery, Marksmen Workforce, and Subway Morisset.
Terrigal Avoca's side today, ladies and gentlemen. 1 Matt Shortall, 2 Jack Grimman, 4 Kurt Fleming, 5 Lachlan White, 6 Damon Smith, 7 the coach Mark Skews, 8 Brendan Harper, 9 Jay Lewis, 11 Alexander White, 12 Corey Billins, 13 the backman James Hart, 14 Will McKellar, 16 Brandon Sarich, 17 Brandon Thomas, 19 Sam Ellis, 20 Jackson Farquhar, 22, Corbin Bond. 24, Sam O'Brien. 25, Alastair Richardson. 26, Doug Clark. 28, the ex-coach, Chris Bishop. Number 30, Jasper Davis. Lucas Holmes, Newcastle City.
Newcastle City, number 1, Aidan Watling. Number 2, Macaulay O'Malley. Number 4, Stephen Batten. Number 5, Luke Rawnsley. 6, Matt Enright. 7, Connor Haswell. 8, Jake Harder-Kiner. 9, Max Quinlan. 10, Sam Payne. 11, Jamie Cleaver. 12, John Hamilton. 14, Harrison Keast. 15, Ian Baker. 16, Kay Triffett. 17, Hugh Blanchfield. Number 18, Pat Gillingham. 9, Abe Gibson. 21, Hugh Kelleher. 22, Ethan Durbridge. 23, Brody Jones. 24, Nick Gill. And 25, Liam Dwyer.
Our umpires today, umpiring his 150th game, Ashley Borg. These are the field umpires: Ash Borg, Darryl Luck, Tom Sullivan. The boundary umpires, father and son, Lincoln and Simon Macaulay. Goal umpires, Jake Lowe, Jody Jackson. Just very quickly before play starts, Lucas, some just brief results of earlier today. In the women's last night, Newcastle City belted the Newcastle Novas 161-6. Nelson Bay 64, Cardiff 6. Warners Bay, Louis got a big smile on his face, 44. Maitland 30. Gosford 72, Singleton 2. Killarney Vale, I was at that game this morning, Louis. Killarney Vale 48 over Lake Macquarie. Lucas, can you give us that final score in the plate, please, here between Terrigal, Avoca and Newcastle City?
Yes, final score in the Hunter Vale Black Diamond Plate. Terrigal, Avoca prevailing in a very tight contest. 5 goals, 13-43 to Newcastle City's 5 goals, 9-39.
And just briefly, there's some ground changes today if anyone's getting out the football late this afternoon. Cardiff and Nelson Bay has been moved from Hillsborough to Dick Burwell Oval and Nelson Bay. Wyong Lakes and Muswellbrook's been moved from Don Small Oval to Tulkabar Oval in Terralba, Louis. And Gosford and Singleton, that's a big change around. Singleton are hosting that game at Rose Point Park. A lot of the grounds on the Central Coast, particularly Don Small Oval and Adcock Park, are at sea level, and they've had all sorts of trouble after all the weather that we've had. So those ground transfers have taken place. Here we are, and we're just about to get going, Lucas. So you're on Newcastle City. I'm confident that Terrigal Avoca win today. Be a fascinating game to watch, really will be. Looking forward to calling it with you.
Likewise, Dave.
Here is round 2, ladies and gentlemen, of the Hunter Vale Black Diamond Cup for 2017. With our crew, Justin Hugh and our producer Liam. I'm David Redden with Lucas Holmes. We look forward to bringing you the football this afternoon. As you can see, it's a glorious day here in East Gosford. There is a slight breeze running as you look at the cameras there, it's running straight towards the commentary position. So from the far side where those marquees are directed at us, it's maybe a 5 to 10 kilometre an hour. It's not doing too much, is it, Lucas?
No,
and
not really.
Hopefully it won't have too much effect in the game. But the ground's in great nick and the weather is absolutely spectacular. It's almost beach weather, Louis.
Yep.
Just getting ready for the first bounce. Jasper Davis and Hugh Kelleher, I reckon, are in this first ruck contest, Lucas. Away we go. Round 2 underway. Davis gets a left-hander, that one. Another left-hander ruckman in the league. That's good to see. 500,000 blokes in there. I think Enright's in there. That's going to have to come out. Umpire will say, that's mine, thank you.
Not much movement straight up, Dave.
No, very congested in there. Fleming's in there. Richardson. Both that ball actually hits the ground. No player gets a touch on it. Left-footed attempt is kept in there. Now there's a free kick. Lucas, did you see what for? I'm assuming pushing the back.
Pushing the back, yes.
Scoose, the new coach of Terrigal Avoca, has the football, goes right-footed, kicks it into the forward 50. Oh, they all fly. No one gets a grab. I think Terrigal players flew against each other. Again, one kept in tight again. Big cause for holding the ball. Not paid. Umpire Sullivan's got that football right in the hot spot. Davies has made his way up there with Kelleher. Kelleher right-handed. Offhand for him. Ball held in there. Can it get out? Don't think so. Yes, it does. It springs loose. Another tackle made. Very tight in the contest at the moment, Lucas.
It is loads of numbers around the ball, Dave, as expected to start off this game.
Yes, there are. Certainly are. Jasper Davis two-handed. Number 5 gets that ball out, which is Lachlan White with the change of number. Ball once again, that'll be 5 or 6 ball-ups already in the first couple of minutes, Louis.
And keeping the umpires on their toes straight away.
My word, umpire Sullivan, another ball-up. Davis gets that one out wrong-handed for him, which is on his right. Again, held right in there. 5-6 plays around it. For the 7th time in the first couple of minutes, another ball-up, Louis.
Still no dominant clearance from either side yet, Dave. I think that'll be the telling point.
No, Davis right-handed, then left-handed. Gets 2 touches on that one. Ball comes to ground. Out the back it springs. Again held in there. No chance of that ball coming out. Strong tackle made by Corey Billins. Back to umpire Sullivan. No score here. Almost 2 minutes elapsed at Hilton Moore Oval on East Gosford. Davis left-handed with a lovely tap down. Ball comes out. Should be a goal here. And is. Number 5, Lachlan White kicks the first goal of the game. Terrigal Avoca, 1 straight 6. Newcastle City yet to score after 2.5 minutes here at Hilton Moore Oval in East Gosford. Lucas Holmes.
Hunter Haval, looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval and the range of affordable SUVs. Starting from just $23,990 drive away with a 5-year warranty and 5 years roadside assistance. Hunter Haval, give you more. Book your test drive today.
Great start for Terrigal Avoca. That's exactly what they were after, an early goal. I like the look of this chap, Davis, Lucas, the ruckman. Haven't seen him before. Got the Bruce Springsteen headband on as well. Away we go. Davis and Kelleher. Give that one to Davis. Kelleher might have got first touch, but Davis came over the top. Cascading through Scoose. Gets rid of that with a right footer. However, kicks it straight down the throat there of Abe Gibson. Gibson gets that ball away down the far flank. Mark taken there. If I can have a zoom in, I think that might be Enright. In fact, I think it was Mac O'Malley. Thanks, guys. Davis sitting there, keep behind the players. All ruckman should. Looks a likely player, this one, Louis.
Yeah, it looks quite good early.
He does indeed. Coming through like a freight train. Gets a ball with a left footer. Straight down to the square. Where's that going to bounce? Bounces on its toe. Another goal, possibly? Yes. I reckon that's Jay Lewis. I'll wait for you to turn around. It is. Goal to Jay Lewis. More good play by Terrigal Avoca, set up by the ruckman Davis. Terrigal Avoca 2 straight 12. Newcastle City, no points whatsoever. LJ?
Belmont 16-footer sailing club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16 is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook, the home of the Black Diamond AFL.
Lucas, I might catch up with you just before we go to the quarter time break to quickly talk about a couple of umpiring things, particularly coming out of last week's game. If that was all right with you, mate. Tap down,
no problem.
clear, taken out of the play. Not completely missed by the umpire. Kelleher with a left footer, scruffs it down, gets it into the forward 50 for the first time. Gill with a very quick handball out. Left footed, that'll be Enright, getting that ball out to the flank. Gillingham back to Enright. He'll turn around, try and get his left. Great tackle, Jack Grimmond. Not paid. Now, the umpire's paid a throw. It's a Terrigal Avoca who are all over at the moment. Advantage played. Away they go. Get the ball down the forward line. Coming through very hard there. Tackle made by White of the Lachlan variety. Ball not coming out easily. Central umpire Ashley Borg says it'll be mine. 150 games in. Lucas, great effort.
Very good effort. Only a number of other umpires in the BDAFL have achieved that, Dave.
Including the late Neville Turner, who we miss very much at our football, don't we, Louis?
We sure do.
Yes. Correction. That was... McKellar gets that football out. Ball comes into the forward line. Mark taken by Rawnsley. Very reliable backman, this chap. Had a very good final series last year. Very consistent. Lovely spot kick there. Lovely right foot, low ball down. That's the one the backman ate. Oh, almost a one-hander. Now he's on his own here, Gill. Quickly gets tackled, gets a left-hand handball away. Right-hand handball coming out there. Can he step McKellar? He can't. Wants him, crashing in. Great hard football, those two. Ball's on the ground there. 21. I think that's, no, it's not. That is, Triffett is in there. Number's a little touch hard to read from here. Max Quinlan has called his name, and he's the nominated ruckman with the headgear there, everyone. McKellar's the other player. McKellar runs straight in. Quinlan gets a double-hander out. Ball comes out. Quinlan's in there again, trying to get out. McKellar with a strong tackle. Now, what's the umpire paid there?
Just a ball up.
Ball up. Thank you, Louis.
No problem.
Terrigal all over him early, Lucas.
They are.
Jumps too early. McKellar still gets a tap out. Scruffy little right foot kick. Comes out. Mark taken. In front of Jackson Farquhar there. Bit of argy-bargy, trying to get up. 12 is John Hamilton, and this player kicked 4 goals last week and was named as one of Newcastle City's best players. He's only 15 metres out here, Louis.
Yeah,
Louis?
He is, just on a toughish angle, but players of this quality, you'd expect them to kick the goal.
Absolutely. As I said, he kicked 4 last week, trying to add to his total here to get Newcastle City back in the game after they've been swarmed all over by the Panthers. And he's missed. That is behind. Leaned back on that one a bit and jagged it left.
A bit of a commentator's curse, I think, there, Dave.
As always, Terrigal Avoca 2 straight. Newcastle City 1 point. Look in his options here. You have to go short. That's got to be perfect. Wasn't. Gate comes back to him. Got very lucky there. Did Corbin Bond. Left footer out. O'Brien. Oh, almost takes a cracking mark. Batters up. Is Batten. Little short kick and is taken by Nick Gill. Now, Louis, I reckon Nick Gill with his football pedigree is actually he's within range here.
I think he may be, Dave. It'll be interesting to see how far he can hit sweetly. He can connect with this ball.
And the way that breeze is coming in, it's a helping breeze here. It's going across him a touch, but it will help the kick. Gill from just inside 50. What can he do? Seemed to get a reasonable connection with that. Dobbed it. Lovely goal, Nick Gill. Yes. Goal to Gill. Newcastle City 1-1-7. Terrigal Avoca's 2 straight 12. And we've gone almost 8 minutes. Lucas Holmes.
GE Industrial Solutions. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the past 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Also proud sponsor of the BDAFL Women's Competition.
We thank Paul Kelly and GE for their ongoing support of our wonderful GE Women's Competition, don't we, Louis?
We do.
Umpire Sullivan has the ball up here in the centre. Kelleher, and this time, I don't actually have the... Yes, I do. Number 19. It was Sam Ellis. Couldn't quite tell the number. Sorry, everybody. It was Ellison Kelleher. Ball comes out the back here in the position that Anthony Baker usually is. Not playing today, Baker. Ball comes out here. This is Quinlan. Got some nice early touches. Little short right foot kick finds. Tries to find Hamilton. He's got 2 to beat here. Can he do it? Oh, he's beaten 2. Yes, he has. Very well done, really. Oh, ball comes out somehow. Out the back is Bond. Looks for a left-hand handball to Sam O'Brien. Comes out here with it to Corbin Bond, right in front of the competition. However, let's play on there. 7 is Connor Haswell, representative backman. Nick Gill again. Push. I reckon he's giving a push out there, Louis.
Yes.
Thank you. 2 hands. You can see it clearly with our angle. It was great.
Ash ball right on top of it too.
He was in perfect position. Free kick against Gill there. Hart's told to get a move on, which he does. Goes wide. Over to the coach, Scoos. Scoos goes with a 40-metre kick. Can he find somebody? No, not necessarily. Ball in dispute there. Hard tackle put on. Could have been a high tackle. Enright's in there. So is Sarich. We've got 9 minutes at 9.5 minutes. Lucas, your first impressions after almost 10?
Obviously, very early, very tight and congested. But Terrigal Avoca have almost been on top in every facet of the game so far, Dave, I think.
Yes, I agree with that. Number 20 is Jackson Farquhar after Kelleher got a lovely right-hand tap down in the ruck contest. Lovely tap out to Alexander White. However, that's returned by Mac O'Malley straight down the throat of Gillingham. Gillingham gets that right foot out and finds his man, Hamilton. That's paid by Borg, I think. Or is that Cade Triffett? I'll just wait till the number turns around. Got 16, have we? I think that's number 16. I'm still waiting. 18. No, that's Pat Gillingham, actually. So Gillingham is in 18 this year, changed from his earlier numbers of 69. So Gillingham, Lucas, is going to kick this from about... line there, maybe 40 metres, 38, 39 metres, Lucas.
Yep.
And again, he's got no angle. He's kicking straight down the ground. Really should kick this. We'll have a look. Gillingham to put City in front, unbelievably. Got a reasonable piece of that.
Goal umpire does not move.
Thank you, Lucas Holmes. Well called. Goal to Pat Gillingham. Newcastle City 2-1-13. Terrigal Avoca 2 straight 12. 10 3/4 minutes into the first quarter. Lucas Holmes.
Pullman Magenta Shores Resort. Pullman Magenta Shores Resort is an exceptional 5-star resort set on 52 acres on the New South Wales Central Coast. Nestled between the pristine waters of the Pacific Ocean, Tuggerah Lakes, and surrounded by National Park, this resort offers guests everything. Impeccable service, amazing on-site facilities, sophisticated dining options, modern villa-style accommodation, and spectacular event spaces. Also proud BDAFL charity partner.
Magnificent golf course. Now, infraction there. Who's going to get the kick?
City free kick by the sounds of that, Dave.
Thank you. Umpire Holmes. Kelleher's been really lively. Gill! Oh, no, not paid. Did get a couple of touches, not quite there. Handball comes out. Guess who that is cleaning up? Chris Bishop. However, the handball's errant. Pushing the back or holding the man given by Sullivan here. Not sure who to. Looks like Aidan Watling, number 1. So he's going to kick from pretty much Pat Gillingham country, Lucas Holmes.
Yep, about 45 metres out or so.
Straight in front. He's going short. Ow, no, can't quite grab the mark. Cleaning up is Chris Bishop, as he so often does. Out to Damon Smith. Comes out here to the wing. Tries to put a fend on. Great tackle. That should be gone, umpire. It is. Wonderful tackle. Brandon Thomas, that's a cracking tackle.
Was try to put the fend on unsuccessfully, though.
Yes, could have got rid of it more quickly, couldn't he?
He could have.
Lewis. Going down that flank. Finds his man. That's Harper. Into the forward 50. Oh, he's on his own. What is going on there? Kurt Fleming is absolutely alone and unattended. And quick transfer of play. Terrigal Avoca, their third. 3 straight 18. Newcastle City 2-1-13. Lucas Holmes.
ISC have been at the cutting edge of designing and manufacturing apparel for elite sporting teams for over 20 years and are also proud to be the official apparel partner of the Black Diamond AFL.
Newcastle City Brains Trust will not be happy. That was very poor marking, Lucas.
There's no excuse for that, Dave, I don't think. I do not know what happened there either.
Maybe the quick transfer play, kick, uncontested play, but yeah, they'll have to address that. We've got a great game here already. Terrigal Avoca by 5 points. We've gone 13 and a half minutes by the time that umpire Luck will ball this up. Kelleher, who's been very good against the impressive Davis. Oh, Kelleher right-handed, beauty. Straight down Fleming straight, however. Holding the man given, I think, to Fleming, the goal kicker. That's correct. 10-metre protection zone is correct, isn't it, Lucas Holmes?
It is, Dave.
We'll be talking about that one later, I can tell you. Lovely pass there. Now, left-footed kick comes in. Who's he trying to find here? Could be Lewis, is it? No. Just have a wait and see. That is... Actually, I haven't got an 18. We'll have to come back to that one. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, that's O'Brien, right in the danger area. Can he do something? They've got to get their marking right. That's an allowable... That's interesting. Over the shoulder, given no point, Lucas.
Yep.
And that would have been allowable behind under the rules. He was under immense pressure. Correct, Louis?
Correct.
Thank you. Davis out there on that far side. Oh, if someone falls over him. Davis butters up. He's on the ground. We'll try and have to get rid of that. Umpire Borg says, give it to me, thanks. 14 and a half minutes gone. Terrigal Avoca by 5 points. This game's living up to its reputation, Louis.
It is hotting up already.
Davis and Kelleher. Oh, even money. That one, call that even money. Quinlan basically gets tackled out of it. Scouse stays on his feet. Oh, he's over the shoulder. Surely, umpire. Not paid against Cleaver. Ball contest in there. It comes out and Borg says, I'll have it again, thank you.
Yet another ball up.
Scouse, that's twice. Yep. Scouse has been, they've missed those on Scouse. They have been out of the play, though, however.
They have.
Davis. No, give that one to Kelleher. Kelleher's been very good this afternoon. So is Davis, actually. Out the back door. Rush kick from Haswell. Comes down. Jack Grimmon's in there, trying to rove as he should. Holding the man. I reckon that's Jack Grimmon's kick, number 2. Yep. Goes horizontal, goes square to find his man Bishop. He's one of the best, still one of the best followers in the competition, Bishop.
Plenty of experience.
Oh, man. Experience. Hart finds him right on the chest. He's another guy who's played good representative football. Very dependable backman. Hart gets the ball into the danger area for Newcastle City. Comes out, lovely handball, however, a bit too fast perhaps. Keeping that ball in front. Now that ball is going to go out of bounds in front of the umpire, the coach Scouse and Hamilton. Deep into the pocket there. Umpire Simon McCauley will have this ball up. Lucas, 16 minutes gone by the time he throws it in.
It has flown already, hasn't it, Dave? It's been great football so far.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Really lively, good quality footy, Louis. On a gorgeous Saturday afternoon here in East Gosford. Billings goes onto his wrong hand, responding to Grimmon. Grimmon gets it out. Davis, another handball out. Now, throwing or holding?
Holding. High tackle, though.
Davis, the winner of that kick?
Yeah, after disposal, I think, Dave.
Thanks, Lucas. After disposal. Goes square for the lead. Can't quite find his man, unfortunately. Newcastle City should be able to pick up the crumbs. No. Bump put on there by White. Ball comes out. He's got to get rid of that. Rawnsley does. Just. Very hot contest. White, Lachlan gets that out off the ground. Sam O'Brien, another soccer version. Comes out to Shortall. That ball's gone up in the air and misses to the right. Behind Terrigal Avoca, lead by one straight kick. Terrigal Avoca 3-1. Newcastle City 2-1. Almost 17 minutes gone here in quarter number 1 of the Hunter Haval Black Diamond Cup Bar TV match of the round. Terrigal, Avoca and Newcastle City here at Hilton Moore Oval. Long kick. Gets it well outside the arc. Lovely mark taken again. Coming back straight in, and the mark's been taken by Kurt Fleming, Lucas, who will be looking at his second goal of the quarter.
He is alone in the inside forward 50 from a kick in, though, Dave. I don't know what's going on with Newcastle City's defensive structures, but that's having something to look at quarter time.
When I spoke to Jason Van Dam recently for a BDAFL article, one of the things he was pointing out is that Terrigal Avoca have noted they've got to kick more goals to win games after last year. So they're kicking for their fourth. 4 goals a quarter is good footy. Kurt Fleming. Probably 35 out, viewers, 35, 38 out when he makes contact. Low, won't get there. No, touched. Now still in play. O'Malley, left-hand handball out. Rawnsley, correction, Ian Baker. Out of bounds on the bounce. Yes, now, umpire Luck has paid that out of bounds, and I think there'll be a throw-in. I was watching his hand movements. I thought there might have been a deliberate pay there, but it wasn't. So, Jasper Davis and Hugh Kelleher, our ruckman, they're the nominated ruck pair. Even money again. Ball in contest here. Springs out the back. Jack Grimond, low to the ground, should be able to pick it up. Ducks his head, but gets a ball. Doesn't get it out. Lovely tackle. Quinlan comes out of it. Tries to get a handball out. Long right foot kick comes down the ground. Almost impossible to trap it. Oh, he's away. Can they get him? Now, is that a goal? Oh, it's downfield, is it? Lucas, just wait. Can you run me through? Is that a downfield kick or holding the man? What's the umpire paid, please?
Pushing the back, and it looks like it's going downfield, does it?
I think it's a downfield to Gill. I'm just watching the umpire. The umpire he's pointing, holding the man and pointing downfield. So
yep.
that'll be a kick to Nick Gill, I'd suggest to you, Lucas.
And because it's downfield, Dave, it is where the ball had landed after the disposal.
Okay, and that's why he's been putting out the angle, Lucas, because he must have bounced outside the 9-metre goal square.
Correct.
Would you agree with that?
Yes.
So Nick Gill, perfect view on our Bar TV cameras here. Gill to kick his second and put Newcastle City equal with Terrigal Avoca. Gill shanks it.
Ooh.
Point, Newcastle City. Newcastle City 2-2-14. Terrigal Avoca 3-1. So the umpires paid that infringement was after the disposal of the ball, therefore downfield free kick. You agree with that?
Yes, and because it didn't bounce in the goal square, it's out on the angle.
And I'm right in thinking that if that had actually bounced in the square, he would have had a kick straight in the front of the square, Lucas?
Exactly.
Thank you. So we have 19 minutes and 35 elapsed time gone. No rush to take this kick. So double huddle here, Lucas. They've split huddles. Newcastle City have got outriders everywhere. And he goes short, finds Shortall and gets him. Second attempt. The reliable Shortall goes with a 35-metre kick. Doesn't find his man. Billins a very sharp left-hand handball out to that far flank. Think that's Jack Grimond underneath there. Could have been a push in the back. Not paid. Billins is out there. Grimond's in there again. Now, what's the umpire paid? No, the ball's gone out, I think.
Yes, bound to throw in.
Quite a bit hard to tell.
It is.
Lincoln McCauley with the throw in. Again, Davis and Kelleher, the nominated ruck pair. Davis give that one left-handed over his opponent. Tap out. I thought he got a legal handball on that. I don't think it was throwing it. Baker. Long kick. That's the way to get it. Oh! Unrealistic attempt. Now, he's paid some sort of clearing out of the contest here, and I think that Enright has got the free. Am I right? I am. Enright goes short, finds his man. Now, is that Hamilton? No. That is Pat Gillingham again. Bit hard to recognise Pat without his usual number 69 there. So
it is.
Gillingham off Enright's left foot short kick. This is a tighter angle, Lucas, and I reckon he's going to kick from 40.
That's about right.
To put Newcastle City in front in an enthralling first quarter. Got a fair bit of that. And it's a behind. Newcastle City 2-3-15. Terrigal Avoca 3-1-19. We've gone 21 and a half minutes elapsed time here in the first quarter. And if you have a look at your screens, it really is that lovely a day here in East Gosford. We've had some inclement weather over the last 4 to 5 weeks, but it is glorious here today.
It is, Dave. Apart from that slight breeze that's coming across the ground, it's almost picture perfect.
It is. Okay. Brandon Thomas comes out.
Is that
Commentary
gonna
side
go
there.
out
Someone's going to get to that. That is out of bounds, and that will be a free kick to Liam Dwyer. Gives the ball back correctly. Lead's coming. And there are Terrigal Avoca players sitting off here in the slot, and Hart's one of them. He needs to, and that's gone straight to, and that Gill's going to make a contest. Does. Could have been over the shoulder, Louis. Ball comes to Scouse. They've got to get rid of it. Billins does with a long left footer. However, goes straight down these Newcastle City players' throat. Now that is Jamie Cleaver, number 11. Now, looking at that mark, he's just inside 50, if at all.
Looks like he's going back to have a shot on goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, he's got the benefit of some of the breeze, the way he's kicking. We'll have a check of that breeze at quarter time and see which way it's going. It seems that it might have shifted a bit and he's supporting City this quarter. Cleaver to kick from outside 50. Pulls it left. Oh, it's come back. What a goal. That is a goal to Cleaver, I believe. I'll just wait for the goal umpire. Yeah. Goal, Jamie Cleaver. Newcastle City in front. 3-3-21. Terrigal Avoca 3-1 after a great start. Lucas Holmes.
Prime 7. In 2017, Prime 7 has every big game, live and free. Coverage includes 4 games every round on 7, mate, including Friday and Saturday night and Sunday afternoons. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
Hopefully the Giants get up on Prime 7 this afternoon. They're at Bellerive Oval against North Melbourne in a Tasmania game.
They are.
Lucas Holmes is grinning like a Cheshire cat next to me after Collingwood pulled off a 1-point heist in Sydney last night. Got his Collingwood cap on, I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen. It's awful to watch. Okay, Fleming comes out of that contest. Ball not really touched by either ruck, but tries to put the speed on Bond. Great effort in tackling, but he gets it away. Baker, left-footed. Right down the flank. Now, Scouse is going to have to keep balance here, and he does. Finds McKellar. McKellar goes into the centre square. Yes, he does. Gets Fleming. Rapid handball out. A beauty to Richardson. Falls short at centre half forward. I'm sure that breeze is going left to right in your screen now. I reckon it's moved a bit. Fleming backs up. Gets that ball inside 50. Can't find his man. Rove is required. Quick handball comes out. 21's in there. Can't quite tell who that player is. We haven't got 21 in our sheets. We'll have to address that later on. Ball comes out far wing. Kelleher with the long hair. Moves away from Davis. Gets a long left foot kick out in front of Gill. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. Ball out just inside 50. Terrigal Avoca 3-1-19. And I think, Lucas, that wind has moved a bit. And that means that Terrigal Avoca's 3 goals this quarter could be valuable. Newcastle City 3-3-21. 24 and 3/4 minutes gone.
Does, Dave. And with Terrigal Avoca being that close, I think they may have the ascendancy.
We'll have a look at that at quarter time. McKellar goes to Cristiano Ronaldo. Doesn't succeed. Big pack. And umpire says, mine. Again, Ash Borg, 150 games. Fantastic achievement. Well done to Ash. And just on the left of screen there in the trainer's shirt, Jason Van Dam, who'll be back in football shortly. Inspiring fellow to talk to, I tell you, Lucas. Really good bloke. Really well spoken. Real good composure. Lovely fella. Like his brother Pete. Ball comes out. Billins can't quite get a hand. O'Brien's in there. So is Jay Lewis, who's missing his mate Jimmy Webster, who's out injured today. We've gone 25 and a half minutes. It can't be far away from quarter time here. Speak of the devil, commentator's curse. So the score at quarter time, Newcastle City 3-3-21, Terrigal Avoca 3-1-19. Lucas, I'll do the Terrigal Avoca goal kickers. Single goal kickers, Kurt Fleming, Jay Lewis and Lachlan White. Lucas Holmes, Newcastle City.
All single goal kickers as well. Jamie Cleaver, Pat Gillingham and Nick Gill.
Cracking game of footy to start with just before we go to a break, Louis. Just when we come back, we'll have a couple of quick chats about some rules, about some rule changes in the AFL. Great game of footy so far, mate.
It is.
Back with you shortly after a quick ad break with Newcastle City leading 3-3 to 3-1. Test 1, 2, 3, 4.
Test mine as well. Test 1, yep.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sincere apologies. We've had some major problems with power here at Hilton Moore Oval. We've missed about 11 minutes of the second quarter. In that time, Terrigal Avoca have kicked a goal, a superb goal, Lucas, to Mark Scouse on the flank in front of us. It's important to tell you that the breeze has changed and has picked up. As you're looking at the screen, from the top left to the bottom right is where the breeze is going. It's definitely helping Terrigal Avoca, Lucas Holmes.
It sure is, Dave. It's good to be back. Great game in the balance, sorry.
It certainly is. Now, that's Shortall. And that's behind. So behind Terrigal Avoca. Again, our apologies in losing power there for a while. It's great to be back on air. Well done to our team in restoring power and restoring pictures and sound. Hunter Vale Black Diamond Cup Round 2. Terrigal Avoca, Newcastle City at Hilton Moore Oval. Can you read the score out for our viewers, please, Louis?
I can. Terrigal Avoca leading Newcastle City 4 goals 327 to 3 goals 321.
Rawnsley at fullback. Goes to the far flank. Ball pulls up because it's been kicked straight into that wind. Bumped out of the way there. Good tough contest there. He's going to pay hold on the ball, is he? Yes, he is. So not enough attempt being made there by the Terrigal Avoca player. McCullough. And out it comes, I think, to Stephen Batten. No, actually, it was Mac O'Malley. Out to Connor Haswell, far side. Good, low, driving kick in the forward line. Terrigal Avoca on the rebound. Corbin, correction. Corey Bellins gets that ball out to Jimmy Hart on that far side.
As it's chipped short on the wing. Great pick up there and centering ball straight to a City player, however.
Sorry, just trying to fix up the quality of the footage there. Thank you, Lucas, for doing that. Just trying to fix up the quality of your pictures there. Still having a few little technical difficulties. Hopefully we can work it out for you shortly. Okay, ball comes out. Bishop gets one over the shoulder. Could have even got a 50-metre because that came after he has marked the ball. Lawns miles in front. Baker goes straight through like a freight train. Ball comes out to that far flank, and I believe that will be Enright out in that far flank. Left-footed it is. Oh. And it shanks the kick. Goodness me, he's kicked that going backwards, Lucas. Not good technique. Fleming intercepts. Distance will not be a problem with this breeze. He's only got to get it up nice and straight, and the wind will do the rest, Lucas.
So aiming towards the left goalpost to bring the back with the breeze.
A touch, not too much, because of the way that breeze is. Just left side, certainly.
Fleming coming in for his second goal.
He's got a long run up here. But if that's what he does, then fine. Slow build up. Very deliberate. Now moves in. What's he done? Oh, he shanked it badly. And in fact, it's gone short. Ball comes out here. Right foot kick to that back flank. Connor Haswell takes the mark. Right out on that far side. 6-point lead to Terrigal Avoca, who have the breeze in this, the second quarter. Ball comes out. Grimmon's there. Little scrubby right foot kick. Who's going to get first use of the football here? Going through his Macca. Oh, lovely evasive work on O'Malley. However, the kick's not wonderful. Shortall's out there. Chance to put Terrigal Avoca deep into attack. Does so. At the back! Couldn't quite get a hand on that one. Newcastle City should be able to rebound here. They've got a plethora of players. However, which direction's he going to go, Haswell, here? Ends up going straight down the middle. It's a dangerous kick. Should be pushing either mark or over the shoulder. Not happy campers here. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think there was that much wrong with that, other than being a touch late. Bit of argy-bargy. Now, umpire's trying to settle the plays here. I believe that's Grimmon down, who was the one who courageously tried to take that mark. They're asking for 50. You can hear them in the background. However, Bishop's going to take this kick.
Just inside the centre square.
Yeah. Short. Can't quite find his man. Butters up. Fleming, who's looked lively this afternoon. Straight through is O'Malley. However, another pull kick. Bishop reads it beautifully, as he always does. Thomas right-hand handball back to Bishop. Wrong side for him. Jay Lewis has got to get a touch to that. I reckon that's out on the fall.
It is.
Luca McCauley in absolutely perfect position, Lucas Holmes.
Nothing Chris Bishop could do about that, though. The breeze just took it. He had very little time to dispose of the ball.
On his non-dominant.
Exactly.
Deep in the back pocket. Connor Haswell goes low. Gill making a contest here. Bishop roving. He's had a good last couple of minutes, the ex-coach. Davis, short handball over. Fleming, over here to Thomas. Again, Corey Billings, can he do the damage?
And
he most certainly can from a long way downtown. Corey Billings a goal. Terrigal Avoca 2 goals in front. Terrigal Avoca 5-3-33 with a goal to Billings. Newcastle City 3-3-21. LJ?
Star 104.5. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and has proudly supported the Black Diamond AFL since 2005.
That they have. Wow, what a lovely kick. We've got that perfect illustration of the breeze, Lucas Holmes. He's kicked that from just about the square, I reckon.
That one of Billings and then the one of Scoos just before we came on air were picture perfect in that situation, reading the breeze perfectly.
Yep. Scoos looks quality, doesn't he? Coming
does.
from the East Coast Eagles, I think you mentioned
Yes.
earlier on. You agree with me there. He's quality. Very balanced. Right hand out. Right hand tap out. Up that comes to Blanchfield. Gets smothered. Bishop, who's had a great last 5 minutes. However, that's an errant handball. Ball comes across the commentary flank. Enright leads the way. He's got Billings on his hammer. Billings will not let him go. Enright on his natural left. Drops one up there. Almost taking a mark. Now, ball comes out here to Payne. Oh, Mark.
Nice
Lovely
kick.
pass, Payne. Having trouble with that number. I believe it could be 16 Triffett. It is. Cade Triffett. Premiership player from 2016. Actually, is that Pat Gillingham? No, that is 18. Correction, everyone. Gillingham has another mark. He's looked very lively today, Lucas, inside the arc.
He has looked very good.
We'll kick this from about 45 metres. No, he's about 48 when he kicks it. Ball holds up. Who can get the football out of here and deep in that pocket? City have got to run at this lovely tackle, mate. I think it was Richardson. Right foot kick comes up to the hot spot. Is Gill there? No, he can't quite take the mark. McKellar cleans up very well, goes long. Is that out of bounds? No, it stayed in. Now, is the call out of bounds of the full? No, out of bounds. Throw in over there in that far pocket right next to the light pole. With Terrigal Avoca, Lucas in front by 12. 5-3 to 3-3.
Correct.
City haven't been able to score this quarter. Is that correct? Or haven't been able to kick a goal, certainly.
Yeah, no goals. Only the 2 goals from Scoos and Billings.
Thank you. That's a push out. Davis in the right position at the right time. Gets a push fair in the back from Quinlan, who I think's disposed of the headgear. Warm day to wear headgear. Davis has been told to play on. Goes with the right foot. Goes down there to the centre of the field. And no, can't quite take the mark when he should have really. Was Lewis. So the Scoos steps inside his man. Again, Ruse really moves well. Jay Lewis, short right foot pass. Finds. Can't find Billings there. Baker out here on this flank. Enright again is free. That's dangerous if he can keep that in. Someone's on his hammer. Thomas or Sarich. That ball's out. Brandon Thomas did a good job there and corralled him. No further damage done. Just the Newcastle City side of centre wing, Lucas Holmes.
That could have been very dangerous too, because Enright was on his natural left side. Could have been severe damage there to the Terrigal Avoca defensive structure.
Indeed. Davis makes a fly. Oh, he's in trouble. That should have been paid. Holding the football from a ruck contest. Not paid. Grimmon's in there. Scoos gets a rush right footer out, and Haswell will take an out of bounds free kick just on centre wing, right in front of the commentary position, Lucas.
Yes.
As he's done all quarter, goes low, which is the smart thing to do in this weather. And these, gone, sir. Lovely tackle. Made on Baker. Excellent. McKellar's going to go square. Looking for... finds his man, steps right around there. Really nicely done.
Oh, a bit of a scrubby kick.
Sam O'Brien, not his best effort. Ball comes out with a quick handball. McKellar, right footer down. Not in front. Have to be in front up there. We'll learn that lesson. However, away we go down the flank. Newcastle City straight back to centre. Lovely, precise kick. Finds O'Malley. Correction, Blanchfield. Been told to play on. Right to the centre circle. Finds his man this time. From the centre circle. Scrubby sort of a kick, but finds his man, Gill. Handball back to Baker. Now Enright's in there on his own. Couldn't spot him perfectly. Oh, good tackle. He's done the job. Sam Ellis, I think. And we have a ball up. Lucas, the elapsed time, 21 minutes?
Correct.
Thank you. Terrigal Avoca, 33. Newcastle City, 21. On your Hunter Vale Black Diamond Cup Bar TV match of the round, here from East Gosford, Hilton Moore Oval. With me in commentary, Lucas Holmes. Here we go, ruck contest. Grimmin comes out. Smothered off the boot beautifully. Game's sort of sitting in a bit of a flat patch at the moment. Nothing major happening, but Terrigal Avoca will be happy they're in front.
They are. They've played very well. Terrigal Avoca did well, as you said, in that first quarter to kick 3 goals against the Breeze, Dave.
Indeed, they did. Davis, no. Good tap out there from Quinlan. Ball will be held in play. Held in tight, I'm sorry. So Quinlan and Davis again, I'd suggest to be, yep, Quinlan's put his hand up. Got to nominate the ruckman in each contest now, Lucas.
They have, Dave. And if they don't, the umpire nominates.
Yeah, that's which I thought was fascinating ruling. That's almost over the shoulder. Grimmon's got in and under there. And that is half time here at Hilton Moore Oval. Terrigal Avoca 5-3-33. Newcastle City 3-3-21. Individual goal kickers for Terrigal Avoca: Kurt Fleming, Mark Scouse, Jay Lewis, Corey Billins and Lachlan White. For Newcastle City, Jamie Cleaver, Pat Gillingham, Nick Gill. Lucas, a brief summary from you before we go to our half-time break.
As we saw in the first quarter, Terrigal Avoca started very, very strongly, Dave. And then Newcastle City seemed to forge their way back into the contest. But Terrigal Avoca were only in front, only in front by a goal, which probably could have been more considering their dominant position. But in that second quarter, we sort of even contest with obviously Newcastle City having no goal kickers, and Terrigal Avoca adding another 2 goals. So it's shaping up to be a very entertaining and very fascinating second half.
Yeah, with this wind coming up as it is, and it's actually getting stronger, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be very hard to score to the left-hand end of the screen. We'll go to a half-time break and come back, and when we come back, we're going to have a discussion about a couple of the new rules and rule interpretations for 2017, Lucas. Back with you shortly, ladies and gentlemen, here from Hilton Moore Oval, East Gosford. Welcome back here to Hilton Moore Oval in East Gosford. We've got a couple of minutes to have a bit of a conversation about something that was observed last week, Lucas, in relation to the rules. There's been a couple of changes in rule interpretations this year. Ladies and gentlemen, last week we had a situation where we were talking about the protected zone around a mark. And Lucas said it was a 10-metre zone, and I actually corrected him on air and said it was 5. Well, I'm wrong. Last year it was a 5-metre protected zone in the BDAFL.
That's right.
But this year the rules have been adapted more along the lines of the AFL. So, Lucas, first of all, the first one, protected zone, is 10 metres. Please talk to us about that.
There is 10 metres. So when there is a mark setter or a shot for goal, there is a 10-metre radius around the player where an opponent or a teammate cannot enter that protected zone unless they are trailing within 2 metres of their direct opponent.
Right, so trading opponent, that's fine. So apologies to you. Thank you for that. I believe Joe O'Brien picked that up during the week and messaged you. So I thought we'd correct that on air just so everybody understood that it is a 10-metre protected zone. Lucas, the next one we're going to talk about?
Third man up is one of the major...
Yep. So the change to that now, as Lucas actually mentioned during the commentary, Lucas, as you did, is that the ruckman have to nominate that they're the person going for the contest.
Yep.
And if no one nominates, then the umpire then calls who is the who the ruckman are. Is that correct?
That is correct. And in that third man up, say if it was a boundary throw-in, for example, if the ball went either in front or behind the nominated ruckman, and was touched by another player, not the ruckman, before that ball hit the ground, that would be a free kick to the team that had that didn't have the player touch the ball.
Yes, and I think Sean Grigg for Richmond took advantage of that rule in another game in that a player touched the ball and he let them do it and got a free kick. So it was very smart.
It was, and it was against Collingwood too, Dave. So I remember that quite.
I'm sure you would against Collingwood, although they had a win last night. Your Magpies. The next one, Lucas, deliberate out of bounds.
Deliberate out of bounds. Well, it is a stricter interpretation from last year, Dave, and I shall just read here 3 points that the umpires consider when paying a free kick for a deliberate out of bounds. So this is quoted. The following factors will be considered by the umpire when determining whether to pay a free kick. Number 1, whether the player had prior opportunity to dispose of the ball. Number 2, the distance of the player from the goal or behind line, which is the indicator normally is the 9-metre goal square. And number 3, the degree of pressure being applied to the player.
Thank you for that one. And the final one?
The final one is just a stricter interpretation of the high tackle, and high contact. So whether the player engaging the high contact, such as if he was ducking or driving his head in previous years, what would be a free kick, now has to, if he ducks or drives his head, has to dispose of the ball correctly in order to not get paid holding the ball against him if tackled correctly.
Very well. Thank you, Lucas, for that. It was good to have cleared that for our viewers, especially after Joey, who's our best umpire from last year, did the right thing. Lucas, as everyone will well know, is a qualified and active umpire, and I've learnt my lesson in correcting him on air. So anyway, I just thought that would be interesting, just to have a bit of a look at where the game's going. I always watch deliberate out of bounds, and I just sit there and it's 6 of one and a half dozen other, because it's so fascinating now to watch players who are deep in a pocket in defence go through what they've got to do. You're going to see more and more players let the ball go, so that they'd much rather a stoppage with a boundary throw-in, because they can create defensive patterns. Whereas when they're stuck in a pocket with the football, you've got almost no options. You've almost got to bang it 15 metres in from the sideline and hope that no one's there. But that's not the way football works, Lucas.
It isn't in this day and age. It's encouraging very quick play and keeping the ball into play so the players don't have as much time to rest.
Look, it is. Some of them... the one last week at Nelson Bay that we saw a deliberate out of bounds that was kicked from 30 metres from the line. Yeah. I tend to agree that both the decision on the day and the rule at the time were correct in that one. It was hurried, but it's one of those. It's always going to. What's the word? It's always going to cause controversy and be a discussion point and a talking point at the end of a game. this is a particularly difficult, as having umpired football myself a long time ago, this is a particularly difficult game to umpire, and you've got to have your wits about you.
It is a 360-degree game, Dave, rather. So there is action coming from all angles. The umpires have got to be right on top of it.
I think that's one thing that people who've never played our game and come to our game don't understand, is that it is a 360-degree game. So, anyway, thank you for that, Lucas. Really appreciate your input there, mate. And also thanks to Joey O'Brien. We're just about ready to go here. Big quarter for City. Newcastle City need to get moving. They really need to kick 5, 6, 7 because this breeze is not abating. Umpire Sullivan with the ball. Davis and Kelleher, and away we go to the third quarter. Davis favoured by the Kelleher favoured by the throw. Comes back, gets the ball out, pushed in the back there, and it continues on. Gill's got to get in front more, Lucas. He's getting behind a lot. Kelleher goes through. 17 is Brandon Thomas. He's in over the football. Right foot kick comes down, goes into the forward 50. Goes over the players there. Shortall can't pick it up. Baker handball out, clear and effective. Off to O'Malley. Baker gets a football again. Has gone. Lovely tackle, Fleming. He's having a blinder, Lucas. He's been very good today.
He has been Kurt Fleming, one of the best Terrigal Avoca players out there.
Absolutely. Corey Billins, long ball in there, right to the danger area. He's allowed to take that through, Lucas, under the rules of...
Sorry.
You go, mate.
No, he is. Lucky we just talked about that.
We did. Point to Terrigal Avoca. Macaulay O'Malley's on his own over here, right in front of us. Jack Grimmon's manning the mark well. He's not letting him go. Now he's going to be called to play on, and he steps him. Left-hand handball comes out here. Connor Haswell. Short, sharp kick is out of bounds of the full of forward. Wow. That's a tough one for the boundary umpire. That was very touch and go. Probably got the right call there. Ball goes square dangerously right across the centre half back area. Grimmon's putting pressure on. Richardson, Bishop gets that ball out. Handball out from Lewis. Scruff of the right foot. Kick. Mark taken. It was indeed. Just waiting for that play to turn around. It could be Jay Lewis, actually, but just wait till he turns around. No, it's not Jay Lewis. Now, sorry to let everybody, we're not quite sure who that player is. He's not on our list as number 18. Would you agree with that, Louis?
I agree there, Dave.
Goal to Terrigal Avoca. Maybe Sam Ellis, I'm not sure, but the number 18 is not on our list. Terrigal Avoca going further in front against the breeze. 6-4-40. Newcastle City 3-3-21. Well, Lucas, they've kicked one against the breeze. That'll help them later on.
It sure will, Dave. They've started their quarters very, very strong in all three now. Terrigal Avoca, and they've just allowed Newcastle City back into the quarters late, but they haven't capitalised as much as they probably would have liked on these early strong starts. Indeed.
I'm going to give that one to Alice and hope that that's the correct number, mate. So away we go.
We shall find that out later.
This has been a terrific battle. I think Kelleher has had the best of this one, but Davis has not been disgraced. Kelleher's using that right hand very well for someone that's left-handed. Comes out to Brett from Dan and Thomas. Straight down the middle. Grimmon's roving, or should be. Just can't quite pick it up. Out it comes from Rawnsley. Right out to the flank. Has all the little short left-footed kick that's perfect and finds Batten. Batten out there. Goes more centrally. Lovely. Yeah, taken. Good mark. Sam Payne gets it long. Baker, Gill's got the sit here. Oh, he gets knocked over right at the critical time. Hart did just enough. That ball's gone laterally.
Whoa.
That ball goes out. That's really interesting, Louis. Let's have a look what the umpire says here. He's called throw in. Okay.
There you go.
Now, there's a perfect illustration of where that rule is interesting. That ball that was not a rush kick. He had time. It went drop punt. Could have been looked at. Yep. What do you think?
I'm probably leaning towards deliberate out of bounds, but you can't argue with the umpire at the end of the day.
No, it's a difficult decision. Skuse is in trouble here, and it's held to him. Umpire Borg says, "I'll have it, thank you." Yep. Again, topic of conversation, and it'll become people become more used to it, and backmen will get more used to it. But you can hear the players deliberate all the time. Kelleher and Davis. Kelleher just again. He's getting in front now. Oh, that's hell without the football. Thank you. Paid by the umpire. Ball comes here to Lachlan White. Got to get a move on. Just whacks it up in the air, looking for Scoos. Can't get the football. That's out. And umpire Simon Macaulay calls that one out. Half forward flank, Lucas. We've elapsed time is 4:30.
4 minutes 30, Dave, yes.
Thank you. Throw in here. 2 ruckmen at it again. Kelleher's really starting to get some their first hands of the football. Richardson on his non-dominant, gets that ball to the danger spot at centre half forward. What can Terrigal Avoca do here? That's Sam O'Brien. Looks for and can't quite find Lewis. Way out on that far in purgatory on the far flank. Fleming will have to hit this really low and straight at the centre. Good view here from our cameraman. How's he going to do it?
Looks pretty good.
Oh, he's done it perfectly. Goal to Kurt Fleming, and as Lucas Holmes pointed out, a priceless second goal against the Breeze. Terrigal Avoca now 26 points in front. Biggest margin today, 7-5-3-3. Lucas Holmes.
Bar TV Sports. Bar TV Sports specialise in live streaming and the broadcasting of local sport, including the Black Diamond AFL. Bar TV Sports, making your game the main game.
Here with you, Jay, Justin and Liam. Liam's had a very busy day as our producer, doing a great job. And Bar TV have got a new award this week, Lucas, the Bar Petite Award from King Street in Newcastle.
They have.
And we'll be announcing that at the end of today's play. We thank Bar Petite for coming on board and thank Bar Petite and Bar TV. Umpire Darryl Luck, middle of your screen. We have 7 minutes elapsed time. Terrigal Avoca, biggest margin by far today, 26 points. Davies is having a rest. Up goes Smith with Kelleher. Scoos, who looks very good player. Billings will pick this up. No, lovely little short handball, actually. It was really skillful. Haswell, who's got excellent balance and real composure. However, ball intercepted by Brandon Thomas with a little left foot scrubby kick that'll probably go out of bounds on the bounce. You can see a perfect angle there of where that boundary is.
That was actually taken out there, tapped across the line by Alistair Richardson there. It was quite clever, playing for possession, clever. I think.
Yeah, that's right. Was. 7 minutes and 45 gone here. Terrigal Avoca 47, Newcastle City 21, and can't find a way to go at the moment, City. Billings uses that left. Right up to the hot spot. Good defensive play there. Richardson puts a tackle on. Can't quite stop them getting rid of the footy. There's another good tackle there. Oh, but they get the ball out. Very well done by Batten. Down right in front of the commentary position. Away he goes. Hamilton, he's got Gill, I think, this time. Yeah, now Gill's way too far out. They're running into space. There's 3 on 2 here. Should be a mark taken. I think he's taken that one-hander. That's a superb grab.
He's paid it too.
And he's on the dreadful angle. He would have to kick this check side.
No,
he's going backwards.
Inside.
And Gill. Almost intercepted by Fleming. So, superb one-hander there, Lucas. Very unselfish play. Now, talk us through, Lucas, where Nick Gill has to kick this with this Breeze, which is getting worse, everyone.
Is very strong, but we were talking about it before, aiming towards that left goalpost and hoping to draw the ball back.
Correct. So he needs to kick this, as you're seeing, if not at the left goalpost, perhaps even just outside. Let's see if Gill can work it out. I think he's done a superb job, Lucas Holmes. Second goal for the ex-Adelaide Crow, Nick Gill. Very important goal, Newcastle City. 4-3-27, chasing Terrigal Avoca 7-5-47. LJ?
The entertainment grounds on the Central Coast. The entertainment grounds has quickly established itself as the premier events location on the Central Coast. The entertainment grounds is an indoor and outdoor multi-purpose community facility for functions, events, festivals, weddings, exhibitions, as well as horse racing. As the ball is just being delivered back to the middle by boundary umpire Lincoln Macaulay. Back to Tom Sullivan.
Thank you, Lucas.
No problem.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. They need to... Successive goals they need, Newcastle City. They can't let Terrigal Avoca get one back straight away to close this deficit.
Goals in clumps, Lucas Holmes. Just like wickets in clumps in cricket, goals in clumps does enormous damage. But you're right, Newcastle City really need to kick 4 of the next 5 at least. 20 points down to Terrigal Avoca. We've gone 10 minutes into the third quarter of an enthralling fixture here at East Gosford. Oh, that's a throw. Yep, Bishop was too quick hands to get that out and has been pinged. I know he's got great hands, Lucas, but not that good. Off come the hands. Mac O'Malley will size this up and find
Jake
Enright.
Carter.
Oh, is it Jake? It is two. You're probably, that was right. It looks like a 6 to me. Out that ball comes. Turns around. Right foot stab pass. Bishop's going to get out mark because he's about 3'1". Ball comes out here to Heidekind and he's stayed on that flank. Gets the ball out. Someone's going to make a contest. They can't get there. Gill does. Comes straight through. Almost over the shoulder, would have thought. Umpire says, it is mine. Gee, that was tight there. Umpire's probably made the right decision. Yeah. Did he duck his head?
As you said before, about 6 one way, half a dozen the other. It was 3-on-1 though. He said, he did well, Nick Gill.
He did. They need him to be good. He's ducked his head and been given a high tackle, I think, by umpire Borg. Now, where's that 50-metre arc, Lucas? I reckon he's right on it. This is an almost impossible kick to get the distance. We'll just see how he goes. This is Pat Gillingham. Now, I would think that Pat, right in behind, there are Terrigal Avoca players. You can see them in behind the mark, covering the slot, because they know there's a short pass coming. Billins, can he get there? He can. Very astute work by Terrigal Avoca. Out the hands come from Bishop again. Grimmin goes wide. Sweeping handball, Alistair Richardson on his non-dominant. Gets an excellent purchase for a left footer. Oh, lovely mark, I think. Beautiful grab. Is that Connor? Yep. Great hands. You can tell by the way he kicks a football. That's Connor. He's a lovely, skillful player. Jake Heidekind at centre-half back. Yeah, score is 7-5 Terrigal Avoca, 4-3 Newcastle City here at the Hilton Moore Oval. Elapsed is 12 minutes. Billins, little short lefty, goes again, keeps it in. Heidekind. Oh, that was high. Crude and high right in front of us. And that's all that's going to happen, I think, to O'Malley. Had a clear view of that on Lewis. Left hand, Lucas. That was very high and quite crude. I'll leave it at that, Lucas.
Yep,
okay?
No, that's fine.
Lewis goes set laterally. Davis, can he grab one? No. Had hands on it. Butters up for more. Gets the ball forward. They're right up to the hot spot. The big man flies. He taking that? No. Lux said that somebody else has got hands on that. The Terrigal play when he gets up is going to be cranky because he thought he had first purchase on that Corbin Bond. Umpire Luck in good position as always. Ellis pushes his man over. That should have been a push to the back to Kelleher. Not paid. Out the ball comes. Rawnsley. Left footer. Goes long as he has to from there. Beautiful spot kick. Enright. As he should be on that left wing for such a natural left footer. Ball comes down in front. Hamilton. Almost over the shoulder kick. Not paid. In fact, it was. Holding the man by Borg. Lucas, I think, actually.
Correct. After he disposed of it.
Thank you, Lucas. Looks to go centrally. Gill's one out. That's where you got to go. His hands are just letting him down. He had a chance to mark that. He'll be disappointed. Lovely short, sharp kick. Finds Brandon Thomas. Another one with the hair in a tie. Alistair Richardson, who I like the look of, seems like a very good player. Good skills. Thomas butters up with a 1-2. And he's found Shortall in a paddock. Now, Terrigal's got to have someone come at him, not across. They've gone crossways. Can he get that on the chest? Lovely work, Shortall. That's a tough kick with this breeze. Wow. Is that Ellis, I think? Just wait till he turns around. It is. So this is Sam Ellis. Now, he's going to be kicking 45, but he's kicking almost into the teeth of the breeze, Lucas.
He's got to punch it low, hopefully. Yep.
Sorry, shouldn't talk across. He absolutely couldn't agree more. Shanks it, kicks it like a ruckman. Sets up in front. Easy mark. Sam. No, sorry, that is Enright. Left foot up. Now, umpire has paid.
Chop of the arms.
Chop, thank you, Newcastle City kick. Batten. Out to the flank. McKellar's there, ducks the tackle. Ducks one, ducks two. Play on called. Now, that ball must be close to out of bounds. It stays in. That's gone out of bounds. Right on true centre wing, Lucas Holmes, in front of the Terrigal bench. Our time elapsed, Louis, 14.5.
14.5 minutes, and Terrigal Avoca leading Newcastle City 7 goals 547 to 4 goals 327.
Jasper Davis, Hugh Kelleher again in the ruck. Kelleher with the right hand. He's really starting to get parity in these ruck contests. Sorry, not parity. He's getting control of them. Now, Newcastle City's got a paddock here. Short right foot pass, finds his man. Lovely. Delivering that pass was Blanchfield, who's got a lovely right foot. This is Abe Gibson. Goes centrally and finds Ethan Durbridge. So Durbridge is right on the point of the square. You can just see him next to it. Gill's 1-on-2. Hart sitting in front of Gill here. It still goes on top of Gill's head. So what can he do? No, too many people around, but they do make a contest. Butters up Gill. We'll look for a handball. Oh, lovely tackle in deep there. Lovely tackle Fleming. Ball comes out, very hurried handball. Newcastle City sitting at the back is Sam Payne. Could have been paid over the shoulder. Gill 1-on-3, makes a contest. Got to be Newcastle City plays there. There's not. Shortall comes out with a hurried. Oh, lovely mark. This is this lad Cleaver, who kicked a long ball earlier on in the match, Lucas.
It is.
And he's kicking from a distance that he's comfortable with, LJ.
He is, and as we said before, with the wind, which has just died down for a minute here, Dave, he might have in the right opportunity to have a good shot on goal.
It's the lightest the breeze has been in 45 minutes, Lucas Holmes. You're spot on there. Cleaver will not have a problem with distance. Must kick the goal for City. Gets it up in the air, and it fades to the right. Newcastle City 4-4, Terrigal Avoca 7-5. Terrigal Avoca in front by 19. There's 16.5 minutes gone by the time this kick-in is taken by Jay Lewis. Goes defensive side. Now that might go out.
It has.
It has. Right in a dangerous position because if that's Nick Gill, Gill's going to be kicking with the aid of the breeze. He's kicking directly down breeze here. Puts it up. Tugs it left. In fact, he's tugged it so far left, it's gone out of bounds in the full. I wouldn't have thought that possible from that angle. No. Alistair Richardson looks like he's got the kick here because he was the closest man. No, Luck has ordered here that Jay Lewis come and take the kick. I would think he'd stick on the defensive side and does. Still, again, doesn't it? 2 poor kicks from Lewis in 30 seconds. Gill's buttering up here. Can he get purchase on the footy? He does. Gets a handball out. Number 5 is White putting pressure on there for Terrigal Avoca. Sam Ellis comes out with a left foot kick. Can Cleaver get the mark? No, Thomas does enough. Lovely little handball out by Blanchfield. Non-dominant side, Baker. Can he find his man? Oh, better hands. That should have been paid. Or on over the shoulder. In the right spot, Gill. That ball's bundled out of play off Scous's hands. Lucas, 17.5 gone. City really need a couple more goals quick.
They do, Dave, because they'll be running into the breeze in that last quarter too. So it's crucial they get. You wouldn't want to be any more than 2 goals behind, I don't think. And even then, that's a bit of a stretch.
Spot on. Kelleher's been superb today with his ruckman. He's been probably the best Newcastle City player on the ground. Or close to it. Oh, lovely tap out by Lewis. Finds his man. Grimmond out to Fleming, out to Brandon Thomas. Goes far flank. Matthew Shortall's got some time. Sizes it up. Goes to the 45-metre kick. Oh, lovely. The ball just dropped perfectly there. Absolutely perfectly. Alex White. No, sorry, it's Sam Ellis. Alex won't be impressed with that. Goes laterally. Sam O'Brien. He might go lateral again looking for Lewis right in your cameras there. Does. Now they've got a good angle. Lewis goes short. Doesn't find his man. Off they go. Down the. Oh, he's taking his Baker. Is that holding the ball? It is. That should be advantage. No, they didn't stop the advantage going. A lovely tackle. Rewarded by umpire Sullivan, and that is Sam O'Brien. It's a miracle he's playing football after the injuries he's received. Lovely mark taken by Mac O'Malley at the back there. Goes centrally. Alex White's got to sit. No, Blanchfield's there. Baker comes out, can't grab the football. Terrigal Avoca get that football back into the 50 just. In front and taken on the chest by Lachlan White and finds Alistair Richardson, who's got a decent left foot. He may be able to get the distance here, Lucas, kicking into the breeze. What do you think, mate?
It'd be interesting to see how much height how much height Richardson gives the ball in order to get the ball across the goal line, Dave. I've been talking about he needs to punch the ball, but I'm not sure how well he's going to go in trying to get the distance without hitting it that low, rather.
Breeze has just picked up again too. He's given that some real height. What a beautiful kick into a strong breeze. Alistair Richardson puts a very important another goal into the breeze on the board for Terrigal Avoca. Terrigal Avoca, the Panthers are 8-5-53. Newcastle City 4-4-28. LJ.
The Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. They are also proud supporters of the Black Diamond AFL.
That frame I showed you earlier, they did the engraving on that was done by Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Good people there. They've done a lot. I'm really happy with the job they did for me, so thanks to them.
They do. It looks very good, Dave.
Thank you, and we thank them for their continued sponsorship of the Hunter of Vale Black Diamond Cup. We have elapsed time 20 minutes and 30 seconds by the time this ball goes up to in the air. Terrigal Avoca, a very handy 25-point lead. No one wins that ruck contest. Quite a few of them actually hit to the ground today while the players buffeting themselves out. Umpire Luck has paid holding the ball there against Mark Skew. So out comes a right-hand handball. Connor Haswell, short right foot kick is perfect. Geez, a good disposal of the ball, Lucas. He's a really good halfback flanker. Taking over from Matt Bailey, who's moved down to Turvey Park in Wagga. Pat Gillingham does the correct thing and puts it into the hot spot. Gill! Can't get it. Roving at the back! Does the job. Can't quite tell who the player is. I can see him. It's Abe Gibson, Lucas. Goal to Abraham Gibson. Very important for Newcastle City. So, Newcastle City 5-4-34. Terrigal Avoca 8-5-53. We've gone 21 and a half minutes. Lucas Holmes.
Marksman Workforce. Marksman Workforce have been great supporters of the Black Diamond AFL since 2016.
Great to have them on board as one of our list of sponsors. We thank all of our sponsors for their continued support of our league. League's going from strength to strength with more teams, and we've got a plate competition this year, and the things are just looking up and up for the Black Diamond Footy League.
It is, Dave.
It's great to be a part of, isn't it? It really is.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Ball comes back. We've got, by the time this ball goes up, we'll have gone 22 minutes in this quarter. Newcastle City hanging on, aren't they, Louis? They're just hanging on. In the ad break, we'll go online and get some scores for me from around the grounds, Louis.
We shall.
Davis wins that one well with a left hand. Scrubs off the ground. Kelleher's now got a centre-half forward. Gee, they need a goal here. Gill picks it up. Can he find someone? He can. Now, here's a chance. Got to finish.
To the right.
Out of bounds in the full. Blanchfield had another step.
Just another step, just to steady, Dave.
Yes, Lucas. One more. Brings this one to the defensive side as he had to. Kelleher goes one-handed when two were needed. Right out in front of us here, in front of Corbin Bond. Umpire Macaulay, Simon, with a throw-in. Between half forward, just true half forward flank. Commentary box side. Davis, that one clearly right-handed. Ball held in by McKellar with good tackle. He's paid holding the football. That shouldn't be Bishop's kick. That should have been anyway, beautifully smothered. Mac O'Malley, a little grubby kick. That ball needs to stay in for City. Oh, professionally done, McKellar. Wasn't that professional, Lucas?
It was very well done, professionally, as you would say.
So our nominated ruckman are Quinlan and Davis. Back Davis here. No, Quinlan does well. Gets his body in the right spot. Oh, that fascinating handball comes out, but is paid. That was O'Malley. Getting a little quick. Now, Quinlan, can he kick the goal? No, he's held out of it. I think he got a boot to it, which is why I wasn't holding the footy. Payne, beautifully tackled. The hard man to tackle. Very solid build, Payne. Out that ball comes. That was from Scoos, who's been impressive today. Ooh, could have been a free. Richardson gets a quick handball out. Ellis, who's been very good, gone. However, commentator's curse, Lucas. Baker. Braunsley, beg your pardon, number 5. Baker sitting at fullback. Goes across and finds his man. Gee, that's a good mark under pressure. Three-quarter time. Three-quarter time is Newcastle City 5-4-34, trailing Terrigal Avoca 8-5-53. Lucas, can you do Newcastle City's goals after I've done Terrigal Avoca?
Okay.
Terrigal Avoca, 2 to Kurt Fleming and singles to Mark Scoos, Jay Lewis, Corey Billons, Sam Ellis, Alastair Richardson and Lachlan White. Lucas Holmes.
2 goals for Nick Gill for Newcastle City, and then singles for Jamie Cleaver, Pat Gillingham and Abe Gibson.
We'll go straight to a break. Lucas and I will go and get some scores and come back with some updates for you a couple of minutes before the start of the fourth quarter. Back with you soon.
I'm dreaming you're the one I'm all about. Say
The Havel H2. From just $23,990 drive away. Every drive is a surprise. Have it all.
Back here at Hilton Moore Oval in East Gosford with Terrigal Avoca up by 19 points. Lucas Holmes, could you start with some Black Diamond Cup scores, then go into plate, please, Louis?
Yep, no problem. So at three-quarter time in the Hunter Vale Black Diamond Cup, we have Cardiff and Nelson Bay. At three-quarter time, we have Cardiff 11 goals 5-71 leading Nelson Bay 6 goals 10-46. And into the third quarter at Killarney Vale, we have... It is dead even, actually, Dave. 6 goals 4 apiece between Killarney Vale and Warners Bay.
Sounds like a thriller at Adelaide Street Oval. Onto the plate, please, mate.
Yes, the Black Diamond plate. Early here at Hilton Moore Oval, we had Terrigal Avoca 5 goals 13-43 defeat Newcastle City 5 goals 9-39. At three-quarter time at Tolkaba Park, we have Wyong Lakes 22 goals 13, 145. Winning over Muswellbrook, 2 goals 6-18. And at three-quarter time at Rose Point Park at Singleton, we have Gosford 6 goals 3-39, trailing Singleton's 16 goals 11, 107.
Okay, so Cardiff are continuing on with their good form against. We saw Nelson Bay last week, and you know that Nelson Bay are a very hard side to beat on the Tamari Peninsula, and Singleton really putting the foot down. Gosford will be disappointed they couldn't get a game on down here, but that's the way the weather's been. There's not much we can do about that.
We can't, and we saw in that game we covered last week, Dave, Luke Price go out injured in that game with a hyperextended knee. He played today as well, so it was good for him to see not to miss many games.
Whereas Tom Wood and Jordan Pritchard, who have both had arm injuries, did not play. Yep. Lucas, can you take care just for a minute, please?
We can. Just waiting. Ashley Borg, as we said before, umpiring his 150th Black Diamond AFL game with the ball in the centre. Just waiting for the timekeepers to signal we're all good to go.
Thank you, mate. Still struggling to touch with asthma, everybody. At the start of each quarter, I'm just trying to get the airways clean. As Lucas will tell you, we'll do the very best we can. Again, congratulations to Ashley Borg for his 150th, Lucas. That's a fantastic achievement. All in readiness here. Kelleher and Davis. I've been Kelleher, I thought, would take over ruck duties with Chris Jackson going back to Colin Gully, and he's done a very good job. And he's able to ruck with both hands, which is a real asset. Sam Payne and Chris Bishop, the battle of the garden gnomes at roving there. In fact, it's Ellis who's gone into the ruck, not Jasper Davis. Ball comes through here. Newcastle City through to Payne. Comes through, held to him by Corbin Bond. Good tackle. Borg says, I'll have it, thanks. Terrigal Avoca up by 19 points. Gorgeous sunshine. The sun's coming through our commentary position here. It's an absolutely beautiful day here in the Central Coast. You wouldn't picture a better day. Nominated ruckmen are up. Oh, Ballas, beautiful jump straight down to Bishop. And a second time today that Chris Bishop's got pinged for a throw. That is very rare. Payne gets the ball down. Gill standing still, trying to make a contest. He does. McKellar, who's quite often cleans up, gets the ball out there to the flank on that far side. Ball comes, squeezes out. Hart's over there. Can he make a difference? He can't. Mac O'Malley gets the ball. Oh, superb handball, not taken. It was a bit of a rocket, that one. Thought the Terrigal Avoca player wanted that ball football just a touch more there, Louis, and he got it. Richardson goes down the ground. It's a 2-on-5. City should come out, and they do. Straight down the middle. Looking for and finding with a perfect kick. Spotted him beautifully. Is Ethan Durbridge. Durbridge with a left foot up. Poor, however. Overshoots his mark. At the back there, lovely handball. However, the ball comes out. Now, is that Gill on his own? No, yes it is. Can he screw that around? He has too far, and it's a behind. So behind in Nick Gill. Newcastle City 5-5-35. Terrigal Avoca 8-5-53. Lucas Holmes.
They need to kick that. We just saw with the deficit Newcastle City have. They need to kick at least the first 2 goals without Terrigal Avoca scoring in order for them to make a game of this, I think. If Terrigal Avoca kicked 1 goal early, it's almost game over, I think, Dave.
Fair call. 3 goals the difference. Hunter Haval Black Diamond Cup coming to you from Hilton Moore Oval in East Gosford. Lucas Holmes and David Redden in commentary with you. Kelleher should have taken that one. He was uncontested. That ball will go out. Lincoln McCauley will ball that ball up on the half-forward flank. Boundary throw in. Looking straight into the sun, the ruck contest here. I have no idea who that free kick's to. Is it Kelleher? It is. So Kelleher's been paid the free kick for holding by his opposition ruckman. Gets that ball, scrubby little kick to centre half forward, probably to the hot spot. Rovers needed. Payne gets in there, can't quite get the footy. Held in. Borg will say mine, thanks. Lucas, we've got almost 3 minutes gone. City need to kick a couple quickly, Louis.
They sure do, Dave. It'll be interesting to see who they think is going to come from either, because their forwards have been a bit rusty all day.
They haven't been good. They don't appear to me, other than Gill, to have many guys to go to. And Gill's getting swarmed. Bellins and Hart are coming off their men and going to Gill. Ellis can't quite get the tap down. Kelleher's done a superb job against 2 ruckmen, but Ellis is really giving him a fight at the moment. His turn on the ball, Lucas.
He has been. Just with Gill, it's just been too predictable, I think, from the Newcastle City midfielders.
Yes, whereas last year you had Courtney Knight, Mitchell Crawford, Kevin McDonald and Nick Gill. So, they've got to have to think that through. Ball comes out in front of Richardson on his own. I'm impressed with Richardson. He's been good today. Lovely grab. One hand, very clean hands. Brandon Thomas. Away he goes. 1-on-2. Oh, missed it. Missed a sitter. Missing easy marks here, showing the pressure. Kelleher has got time. Lovely raking kick, except Richardson's going to cut. I reckon they're playing a loose man, Lucas. The way it looks to me is that Terrigal Avoca probably sitting Richardson in the hole there, I reckon.
It'd be interesting to see how that turns out then, with that comment you just made then, Dave.
Richardson gets the ball back. He's been quite good today. Gill really encroaches. Yes, finds Corbin Bond. Handball out, training drill that was. Right in front of us here, kick falls short. Kelleher stays on his feet. It keeps the ball in and finds Gill who's in front. Now Gill's waiting. Oh, that's almost encracting on the mark, Lucas. If that's a 10-metre zone, that was very close. Not paid. Bishop's got to do something very clean here. Oh, superb hands under pressure. Bond, lovely left foot kick. Looking for, getting there, getting it 2. And number 18, who we're still not sure who that is, possibly Harper. Ball comes out here. Number 23 is Brodie Jones. Off to Rawnsley. Baker, I beg your pardon. Richardson's got the sit. Oh, at the back. Now, who's the push to? It's against Richardson. Okay, interesting decision. Hamilton, who kicked 4 last week, gets the ball. Rove beautifully. Has to finish. Has to finish and doesn't. Goodness me. Newcastle City 5-6. Terrigal Avoca 8-5. LJ.
It was beautifully roved. Front and square is right where you want to be. Just the inability to finish may cost them in the end.
Perfect roving. Little short dinky kick out into the pocket. Comes down to the flank. Overkicks his man. Now Baker's got the sit here. Gets there. Does the job. Short kick. Finds Gill. Puts it to the hot spot with a lovely long raking kick. Who's there? They all fly. Can't get a hand on it. Comes out to Terrigal Avoca. Bond's going to backtrack now. Gets the footy. Here they go. They're away. And now they are free. Ellis gets the ball long. Haswell's the loose man now. So, Lucas, I am sure that there are loose men on either side. Haswell's a very creative player. If they've sprung him loose, he can do some damage back there. And in fact, he'll probably have to go into the centre to get some kicks so they can do some damage. Ball comes out here. Beautifully done. Not held. Play on. Right foot kick goes down that far pocket. Ball at ground level. Comes out, right footed kick. Right to that flank. Can he find a man? He can't. Ellis, I think he's played over the shoulder. He has. Terrigal Avoca, free kick over the shoulder. Ellis. Bond, I beg your pardon. That's Corbin Bond, number 22. Been told to go. Goes to his left foot kick, but it's poor. Red and chopped off by one of the legs. That's almost 50. Or is it an Academy Award? Academy Award. Connor Haswell, who is a terrific player, will feature strongly, Lucas, this year in our rep side.
He will, for sure.
Goes long. Newcastle City probably have to do that now and throw caution to the wind. Throw. He's paid a throw, is he? Fair enough. Good decision. Brandon Thomas. Fleming's out here. No, he's not on his own. Thomas goes to the far wing as far as he can go. Excuses the sit, shows those lovely clean hands. And he's away, Lucas. 55-metre kick, short at the back. Can't quite get it. Needs to stay on his feet. Does. Oh, good contest by everyone in there. It's got to stay on your feet. Shortle's out. And what have we got? Ball's gone out of bounds, I think, Lucas.
Yep. Boundary throwing in the pocket.
Elapsed time is 7.5.
7.5 minutes.
Scores on your screen. Terrigal Avoca up by a relatively comfortable 17 points. If they kick a goal here, Lucas points, as he pointed earlier on, that is almost done for the day. Simon McCauley throwing almost straight into the teeth of this breeze. Ball comes out. Oh, snap! And does the business. Great work there from, not Jay Lewis, I'm just trying to get the player. There he's in front of us right there. Coming across us, Lucas, at the flank. This player here is the player that's kicked the goal. So he's just running back to the wing now. So lovely goal, Terrigal Avoca. We'll just get his number. He was in a crowded pack. So hopefully he'll turn around for us and do the right thing and help us. That goal kicker is Lachlan White. So Lachlan White kicks his second. Lovely right foot snap. I'm prepared to join with my colleague here and say I don't think Newcastle City can come back today. I think Terrigal Avoca are just about there, Louis. 23 points, Lucas.
The game was just in a bit of a lull for a minute there, and Terrigal Avoca just sort of come back to life to kick a goal and almost take the game away, as we've just said, from Newcastle City, Dave.
Indeed. Jasper Davis gets that one down. Ball comes out here. Jack Grimman chasing hard as he always does. Oh, strong body there from Grimman. He rode the bump. Can he get a kick away? He does. Too much pace. Now he's getting swarmed around. Newcastle City did that pretty well, actually. Out the ball comes. O'Malley. Right foot up, throws it up in the air. Can someone take a big mark? No, Gill's bumped underneath it. Ellis with a left footer. Goes about 35 metres. Oh, great grab. Really good mark there. I think that's Richardson again. Yep. This bloke's been really good. He's got better as the game's gone along, Louis. Long ball. Oh, should have been taken, actually. Uncontested. Oh, has he kicked? No, he hasn't. He's scrubbed that out. That is a point. So that's Terrigal Avoca's sixth behind. Terrigal Avoca 9-6-60. Newcastle City's 5-6-36. We've gone, Louis, 9 3/4 minutes.
Correct.
Thank you. Connor Haswell, being one of Newcastle City's best players. His disposal is often superb. Kelleher's got to go. Does gets the ball to ground level. Got to get a handball out. Does. Under pressure was Liam Dwyer. Gets the ball out. Lovely little right foot kick from White, except that it's beautifully read by Baker at the back there. Dependable backman. Lovely little left foot short kick out there towards Blatchfield. Blanchfield goes out. Oh, good mark. Over the shoulder, I think.
Right on it there, Dave. And right on it was Ash Borg.
He was indeed. Stephen Batten. Listening to the calls there. Someone wants a ball 5 times. It was Nick Gill in front. Oh, too sharp with the handball. Can Terrigal Avoca make it pay for the mistake? Gill's got that ball, stays underneath it courageously. Over here comes O'Malley. Then Kelleher. Both followers there now. It's a 1-on-2. Terrigal Avoca. Oh, lovely tap. Absolutely superb. Except the Terrigal Avoca defender there in Smith did a great job to come back. Out the ball comes Hamilton. In fact, that was Durbridge, beg your pardon. Ball comes out there, Smith. Corey Billins. Handball out from Bishop. Hits his man. Richardson again. 50-metre kick. Can he find Scoose? He can't. But Baker drops what he otherwise might have taken. Scoose gets a football. Be set upon straight away. Out that ball comes. Richardson again. No, not Richardson this time. That's Fleming. He's kicked a couple today. Davis, can he get some purchase on the foot? He does. Superb handball. Finish it, son. Does. Lovely kick there. Really, really, really good kick. This player's the play here, right in coverage. It's 21, who we don't have listed, I'm sorry. So, apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have a 21 on list, but it was a lovely kick anyway. Wasn't it, Lucas? And that's done. Yibbity, she's all over, folks. Terrigal Avoca 10-6. Newcastle City struggling in front of goal 5-6. Their only avenue at the moment is Gill, who's been very good today, but he needs some help.
He does, Dave. And as you say, their forward line last year, the
Got kick to be taken just inside 50. Now that breeze, Lucas, has almost completely died. You wouldn't believe it. It still has at the moment. It's absolutely beautiful at the moment. That's gone off to the right and won't be touched. So that's a behind to Terrigal Avoca. 11.773. City 6.642. In the dying stage of their match, we've gone 22 and almost 22 and a half minutes by the time he kicks this. Connor Haswell, stab pass, perfect. He has got such lovely skills, this chap. That's why he plays rep footy. Stephen Batten goes right. Ball comes out here. Richardson's in there. Oh, G's been good. He's been almost their best player, Lucas. He's been really good. A lot of touches. Handball comes out. Newcastle City running hard. That's Durbridge. Gets that left foot out. Finds Nick Gill. No, it's not Gill. That's Gillingham. Should let that ball go, I reckon. No. Tries to take the mark. Point. Newcastle City 6.743. Still trying very hard, but struggling in front of goal. Terrigal Avoca 11.773. Lucas Holmes.
It's all been an attribute to a positive to Terrigal Avoca. In this strong breeze, they've kicked 11 goals to only 7 points, Dave. They've been very accurate in front of goal.
13 shots at goal from Newcastle City sums up this game. They've been superb defensively, Terrigal Avoca. I couldn't agree with you more, Lucas Holmes. Very good point. Left footer comes down, goes to the wing. Superb kick. Is that Bishop? It is. He's gone on his non-dominant and found Ellis. Runner's got to clear out of there. That's Jason Van Dam. Goes wide and finds Sarich. Goes short and finds Brandon Thomas. So there's 4 kicks without being touched by City. Thomas clearly inside the 50. Touch of breeze, and if there is a touch of breeze and he gets it up, it will be going straight down this kick. So, he should kick the distance, Louis, no problems.
Yeah, the breeze will definitely aid him in that respect.
And going to take all of his 30 seconds here. Is he entitled, Lucas, under the rules?
Yes. 30 seconds is correct. They get a warning at 15 seconds, and then at the 30, it's play on, Dave, from the set shot at goal.
Yes, and they can start their run at 27 and 28, and it's not play on, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. Does the business. Brandon Thomas a goal to finish off a lovely day for Terrigal Avoca Football Club. Terrigal Avoca 12.779. Newcastle City, quite sad really, 6.743. Terrigal Avoca up by 6 goals. Lucas Holmes.
Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Trading hours 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Support local businesses. Subway. Eat fresh.
We thank Chris Bishop and his family for their continued support of the league via their business at Subway Morisset. Final stages of what's been a terrific afternoon for the Terrigal Footy Club, coming from the death to win in the plate and then producing a very solid performance. I was a bit concerned after what seemed to be a workmanlike effort after Killarney Vale last week, but they've been very good today, Lucas.
They sure have, Dave.
Out the back is Batten. Gets that ball out O'Malley. Goes far wing. Finds Kelleher. He's been in Newcastle City's best 6 today, Louis.
He sure has.
And there is full time. Full time, Terrigal Avoca 12.779 in a resounding victory over Newcastle City 6.743. Lucas, if you could give us Newcastle City's goal kickers first, please.
Yep. Goal kickers for Newcastle City. 2 goals each to Pat Gillingham and Nick Gill. And then singles for Jamie Cleaver, Abe Gibson.
Terrigal Avoca, 2 goals each to Kurt Fleming, Jay Lewis and Lachlan White. Singles to Mark Skews, Brandon Thomas, Sam Ellis, Alistair Richardson. Lucas, we've got a couple of things to go through here. We've got the Bar Petite Award for a Newcastle player, a Newcastle City player, and the Subway Morisset Award for Terrigal Avoca. So we'll give those results at the end.
Yeah.
Overall, a thoroughly convincing performance by Terrigal Avoca, who flew out of the blocks and didn't really take the foot off the gas all day, mate.
They didn't. I think we summed it up throughout the game and throughout the stages where we had stages for conversation. I think we summed it all up there. They were just totally dominant in all areas of the game. Terrigal Avoca. Newcastle City weren't too bad. They just didn't have very many forward options, which that last kick inside the forward 50 that just hurt them, and obviously on a scoring sheet.
I saw that Kevin McDonald was named to play in lower grades today. They want to get him back quickly, but yeah, Very interesting times at Newcastle City tonight. 0-2 for the first time in a long time. Looks like Cardiff will win over at Nelson Bay, so we'll have Cardiff and Terrigal Avoca with 2 wins each. And Newcastle City sitting 8 points behind them after 2 games. They will not be not expect that, and they sort of certainly won't be used to that.
Yeah.
I thought that today at Terrigal Avoca had their dominance in most areas except the ruck. I thought Kello clearly won the ruck.
Yep.
But interesting in that we picked up that Haswell and Richardson played as loose.
Yep.
And I think they both almost nullified each other with their play. Richardson, for mine, was one of the best 3 or 4 players on the ground. I thought he was brilliant today. I thought Haswell was just about Newcastle City's best, along with Kelleher. Look, Terrigal Avoca will be very happy tonight. 2 from 2. Got an Easter break. They've beaten their arch rivals. And they don't have to play City again for a while now. So, very happy people at Pantherland. And then for the Blues, well, be some soul searching this week. Might be some hard days in the Trek coming up in the next 4 training sessions.
There will be, Dave. But as you said, that they have plenty of time to work on their combinations and that. Obviously, next week being Easter, so a bye round, as it were. So they have plenty of time to work on their play.
Lucas, I'll get you. I'm going to give the decision for Subway Morissette, and I'll get you to give the Newcastle City Bar Petite Award.
Right.
So I'll go first if that's all right.
Good, yeah, no.
Yeah,
good.
look, Terrigal Avoca's better players, certainly. Looking down the list of their players, Kurt Fleming had a day out, was very good. Mark Scoose, very impressive player there, Louis. Brandon Thomas had a good day out as well. But I'm going to give the Subway Morissette Award, I think, playing loose there, and he got better as the game went along. Number 25, Alistair Richardson, will get the Subway Morissette Award from me, Lucas.
Yep. Well, I've got a bit of thinking to do here, Dave. I'm not quite sure. I might ask you in here for a minute, but I'll start off. I think, obviously, Gill and Gillingham, 2 goals each, fairly impressive. We said it 3 times too. Jamie Cleaver was quite well.
Yep,
quite good. Ian Baker, obviously at the back, had some pretty tough competition, but himself he did fairly well. But at this stage, I'm leaning towards either Connor Haswell or Hugh Kelleher in the ruck. I'm just not quite sure which way to go. What do you think?
Yes, I think it's one of those two. I think it's a struck match. I would lean towards, with his around-the-ground work, and his endurance was very good today.
Yep.
Haswell was very good, but for parts of that game he was playing as a loose man.
Yep.
Kelleher contested ball all day. So
okay.
I'm happy if you're happy with Kelleher.
I'm happy with... Okay.
The Bar Petite Award goes to?
Hugh Kelleher.
For Newcastle City. Lucas Holmes, thank you for your work today. It's been a pleasure working with you.
Always.
Guys, it's been a difficult day off. In production with a couple of things happening, but great work to Hugh and to Justin and to Liam. Thanks, guys, for your work as always. Great stuff. Now, on behalf of my close colleague Lucas Holmes, that's been the Hunter Vale Black Diamond Cup for round 2. My name's David Redden. We're having a week off next week for Easter. Family reunion at my place in Woolway, Lucas, and we're back with you for what will be a cracking fixture always is. Lucas, would you like to tell us who our next game is, please, and where it's at?
Local derby, arch rivals Warners Bay and Cardiff. First game on the newly refurbished Fane Oval.
Cannot wait to get there. Lucas, you'll have a busy day with umpiring and playing, and then coming into commentary with me there for what is always a cracking game, and it'll be on for young and old. It's great atmosphere, and they don't like each other. So great to hear. Round 3 in 2 weeks' time, April the 22nd. It's a very good bye on behalf of Lucas Holmes from me, David Redden. Thank you for joining us this afternoon on a glorious day here with Terrigal Avoca winning by 6 goals. Thank you. See you soon.
It's a surprise when you open the door. When you open your eyes, a little smile that turns my whole world inside out. Little touch and I'm yours. Tell me you can be mine. It's like I'm dreaming you're the one.
The Havel H2 from just $23,990 drive away. Every drive is a surprise.
Every day.
Have it all.